Habari yako? Nzuri. Unaelewa lugha gani? Kiswahili.
Omar Athman Omar umeshtakiwa na kosa la kupokea pesa kwa visingizio vya uongo kinyume na kifungu cha 313 sheria za jinai. Maelezo ya mashtaka ni kama yafuatayo. Mnamo tarehe 18 mwezi wa Disemba mwaka 2025 na tarehe 19 mwezi wa Disemba mwaka 2025 katika eneo lisilojulikana katika Jamhuri ya Kenya, ukiwa na nia ya kulaghai, ulipokea pesa kutoka Mohamed Salim Bahlewa, pesa taslim 774,000 kwa kujifanya kwamba ulikuwa na uwezo wa kumsaidia kupata usafiri wa Kiislamu ambao inajulikana kama Umrah katika Mecca ambao iko nchi ya Saudi Arabia, kisa ambacho ulikuwa unajua ni cha uongo. Ni kweli ama si kweli?
Si kweli.
Please, Your Honor. Yes. Your name is my name JKIA. I wish to be placed on record for the accused person. We will be appearing together with my brother Mr. Musinge.
A plea of not guilty is entered.
Yes, pursuant to that, Your Honor, we do have instruction to apply for bail on behalf of the accused person. Your Honor, we do hereby submit that the accused qualifies for admission to bail, cash bail, Your Honor, for reasons being that, Your Honor, the accused person is a senior Imam in the country. He is a senior individual with many friends and family connections in the country. The Honor, the accused has a fixed abode in Malindi, where he lives with his family. Although occasionally he travels to Saudi Arabia for his call of duty, being an Imam. We submit that he is not a flight risk. The accused traveled to Saudi Arabia on 9th of December 2025. And the incident that has resulted in his being arrested and arraigned before the court took place on the 18th of December 2025. The monies were sent to him on the 18th of December 2025 when he was already in Saudi Arabia. So we submit that if he was a flight risk, he would have come back to Kenya. But he came back to Kenya specifically to face these allegations and stop them all so that he can clear his name. Your Honor, we've been served with an affidavit sworn by the investigating officer. One Inspector Bashir Boyer, in which affidavit, Your Honor, the same officer has deformed several garments, seeking for this honorable court's order to extend detention of the accused person in police custody. Your Honor, I look at the said affidavit. You realize that at paragraph 3 of the said affidavit, the said investigating officer has conveniently left out the date when the shilling 774,000 was paid to the accused person. That date ought to be brought out to demonstrate in court that even though the money was paid to the accused person long after he had left for Saudi Arabia, but he still traveled back to the country to face this allegation. And this we do here as a major, but in that respect, the accused has demonstrated very clearly that he is not up like this if he could decide to come back to the country to face his charges. Again, Your Honor, there is also an allegation in that affidavit. On paragraph 8 of the affidavit, stating that the accused person has no fixed abode in the country without evidence, Your Honor. He's a family man. He's got a family with a fixed abode in Milimani. Again, there is an abandonment, Your Honor. On paragraph 9 of that affidavit, where the investigating officer has reported that the accused person being an imam, that with that post, or that post that he holds in the society, will enable him to interfere with the investigation and witnesses that will be called in this matter. Your Honor, it has not been demonstrated compelling reasons for denying an accused person the right to liberty. Those reasons must be produced in court and they must be demonstrated before the court. That because of 1, 2, 3, 4, the accused person being an imam with this position will interfere in this matter in this nature. This These are just casual amendments, Your Honor. If you go to number 10 of the same affidavit, the investigating officer has further informed that there is a likelihood of other victims coming up to complain against the accused person. Your Honor, this is an investigating officer, a DCI officer, deponing a presumption that the things that some people will also come and complain without evidence or facts being presented before court. Who are these people who wants to come and complain, or who will be coming to complain? Who are they? The court is not being told. And if at all, if the IO had information to this effect, he ought to have been funded on this affidavit. That I have information which I believe to be true, that there are these individuals who are planning to come and complain. Nothing of that nature has been funded in this affidavit. If you go to paragraph 11, Your Honor, that same affidavit filed by the investigating officer. He deposed that tracing of those victims by the DCI will only be possible with the detention, further detention of the accused person. Your Honor, how a further detention of an accused person aid the DCI in doing their work, which they fail to do up to now? We further also avers under paragraph 16 that there is a complaint that has been lodged in the Mecca police station, and he quotes an OB number. OB number 44/08/02/2026. Your Honor, a complaint can only be made by either a living person, an individual, or a limited liability company. And in such a situation, Your Honor, the name of that complainant must be taken down. Who has complained under this OB number? No name has been disclosed to the Honorable Court. To convince the court that indeed, in the first place, this OB number exists at Langan Police Station. Honor, it has been held by the courts that any application for further detention of an accused person which constitutionally reserved to deny the accused person the right to live as enshrined in the Constitution must be justified with exceptional circumstances. And you know, we submit that these exceptional circumstances must be demonstrated to court. So that the Honorable Court indeed appreciates that if the Honorable Court was to exercise its discretion to release the accused person on bail, then there are certain factors or parts of the society that will greatly suffer with the release of that accused person. We submit, Your Honor, that the investigating officer has failed to demonstrate to court how the accused person is likely to interfere with witnesses or investigations if they wanted to do any further investigations in this matter. Nothing has been brought before the court to demonstrate that he will indeed interfere with witnesses or investigations. We've also demonstrated, Your Honor, that the accused person is not a flight risk. Further, Your Honor, there are no facts or demonstrable fact that has been produced in court to show that if the accused person is released, his safety or life will be endangered, or that his further detention will act as a preservation or protection of public security. It is therefore our humble submission, Your Honor, that in this affidavit filed by the investigating officer, no compelling reasons have been adduced or produced before the court. To compel the court to grant further detention orders of the accused. We kindly pray and submit, Your Honor, that you consider our submissions and admit the accused person to catch bail. Reason to catch bail, Your Honor. Thank you.
Doesn't meet the threshold as required by Article 91H, but there must be compelling reasons. You know, there's none that has been captured in this affidavit. You know, the said affidavit is full of just hearsays and speculations. You know, there are no annexures or material evidence attached this affidavit to all these assertions. For example, interference of witnesses, no statement from any single complainant that has been attached to this affidavit. Even if there was a report made to Langata police station, the accused person still enjoys the right of presumption of innocence. The good ought to have perhaps annexed the photocopy from that copy. That has not been done. And the court should regard this as speculation. To be precise, Your Honor, the accused person has a fixed place of the court. He resides in Malindi, at the Jebo Cemetery.
Counsel, you don't have to repeat what your colleague has said.
From the foregoing, Your Honor, we humbly pray that you will grant him reasonable custody and not custody.
And Your Honor, the monies which he is accused to have obtained from the complainant were received between the 15th and 19th of December 2025. With a promise that he would facilitate the complainant's travel for pilgrimage on the 23rd of December 2025. Unfortunately, the complainant was not able to travel because of the conduct of the accused person. Who at that time did not inform the complainant that he was out of the country. And then I rely on paragraph 7 of the said affidavit that the accused person was arrested on the 7th of February 2026 at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport upon arrival. And not on voluntary surrender. He has a history of traveling outside the country occasionally. And for that reason, Yonda submits that he is a flight risk. who is capable of evading the jurisdiction of this honorable court. Kenya has also defined in paragraph 16 of the said affidavit more complaints are being lodged against him. With the most recent one not quoted in that paragraph under OB number 44. /08 /02/2026 at Langata Police Station.
OB number
44/08/02/2026 at Langata Police Station. And Your Honor, this shows that there is a likelihood that more complainants are coming out to register their complaints against the accused person before you. For similar and related offences.
Particularly in respect to amendment number 7. Of the affidavit. Now, Your Honor, it's being submitted by the learned prosecutor that the accused person did not voluntarily hand over himself to the authorities when he arrived in the country. Your Honor, the fact of the matter is that when the accused person decided to come home and clear his name in respect to these allegations that have been leveled against him, when he reached the airport, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, upon handing his passport to the immigration officers, he found out that his particulars, the passport particulars, had been given to the immigration department with instructions that he be arrested forthwith. He was arrested like a terrorist without even being permitted to carry his luggage. Under such circumstances, how would he have even taken himself to Milimani Police Station to record a statement? He was not given the opportunity to do so. We submit that the accused person has conducted himself with a lot of utmost good faith in this matter. And we pray that Your Honor, you do kindly consider our submissions and grant him cash bail. Thank you.
is tomorrow at 11.
Very well, thank you.
Criminal miscellaneous